On this week's video, while Dean and Remy are quite away in front of me because I keep stopping to film things, I just wanted to introduce this video, which is all about movement. Now, I'm a self-confessed couch potato, or I was, until about a year ago. I really discovered the joy of movement, and it's not something that I've ever really felt before. So I wanted to make this video to encourage anyone else who maybe doesn't naturally feel sporty or fit. You can change it, even at 50. My 3 favourite and most regular movements is walking, jumping rope, and strength training. And I feel like the 3 of them really complement each other. Walking keeps me connected to nature. I used to be a botanical painter, so it really opens up my visual experience, and it kind of irons out all the creaks and stiffness in my body. Jumping rope, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you will know, is just so much fun for me. It's a real creative outlet as well, making reels of my jump rope adventures. And it's also the place where I feel really motivated to encourage other people. It's kind of become my little mission to help people who are feeling a bit shitty in life, particularly middle-aged women, to try something fun, put music on they've always loved, and have a go. The third one is strength training. I've mentioned in previous videos, my husband in his youth was a champion powerlifter and held a national squat record for many, many years, unbroken. He was a chiropractor for a long time, and the last 10 years he has been running with me. That's my kind of other job, strength training, particularly for older people or people over 40, which seems really young to me now. Anyway, I actually struggled with it for a long time, but now I love it. I love pushing myself and challenging myself in the gym. That's my place to dig deep. The other stuff is sort of fun and rewarding and refreshing. That's my place of challenge. But lately I've been really going in leaps and bounds, and I'm so grateful to him for having the patience with me over many years of me complaining and not wanting to do it, but knowing how important it is as we age to keep and build our muscle. So, we kind of look ridiculous because Dean's 6 foot and I'm not even 5 foot. But anyway, I just wanted to ask Dean, I haven't even told him I'm going to ask him this. Tell me about my strength training journey as my strength coach.
As your strength coach, it's been a very challenging time, but I guess it's hard sometimes, husbands and wives, to listen to one another's advice and not bring everything else into it. So as a strength coach, it's been challenging. As a husband, I guess it's just normal about being a husband and in relationship. But
Has it changed recently?
Yes, it's become very much easier. You're much more eager and willing to listen to a few more cues and to go into places that you didn't go to before, finding it safer and not as scary as it might have been. So.
And do you like it when I go, hey, feel this, feel my muscle here? I never used to have a muscle here.
That's normal for anyone that does any strength training. So yeah, I guess it's just a normal thing. But now you're a delight, okay?
Correct answer. Still windy. It's been windy here for a couple of weeks. I'm pretty over it. But what I wanted to point out is that I'm only half an hour drive away from my town. And this is very close to the town I used to live in. And the landscape here is lots of sort of skinny, spindly type trees. And that's because it's on the other side of the Great Dividing Range that runs all the way from south to north on the east coast, just inland from the coast of Australia. So we have a completely different climate and completely different trees. We have much bigger, grander trees where I live. When I next go on a walk there, I will show you them. From here, it looks really arid and there's not much to see, but if you just look a little closer, you'll see all the beautiful native flowers coming out.
Reflections of the clouds above, the sound of rain along the pond. The grass that grows beneath my feet, I close my eyes, the hum of bees. I pluck the flower, violet green, lily of the valley on my knees.
We used to walk this walk every day during the COVID lockdowns, and it feels a little bit weird to be back here, but good in other ways because we've kind of come through okay. What do you see?
Well, I love it myself. I love being here with you, and I love the wattle, and I love the smell of spring. It just brings back some very fond memories of then, and just when we were kids growing up. This is really our bushland. You can smell the blossom, smell the honey in the air, hear the birds chirping. It's like heaven.
I'm walking up a hill, and I remember walking this hill, 3 or 4 years ago. I actually wouldn't have been able to talk to you at the time. So it's really nice to go back to a place that you know well and realize how different you are and how better you are at coping with it. Feels good.
Like in my childhood dreams.
If you're not familiar with the Australian bush, it's full of eucalypts, which is why we have massive bushfires in the summer, because they're full of oil. But every time I go for a walk, I grab some leaves and just squeeze them up in my hand, bring all the oils out, and I get that beautiful smell of eucalyptus, which never gets old. It reminds me of my childhood so much. So here you'll see they would have done a controlled burn last year, because if they don't, it is such a big fire risk around here. Wildfires go through here. I'll show you what it looks like in the areas where it isn't controlled burn. So much scrub. This is a really nice time of the year to come walking here. You don't want to come here on a hot summer's day, but we'll enjoy it today. talk to Remy. Remy likes to tangle in everything. Hey Rem, I don't know if I've told any of you, but Remy's actually deaf. So sometimes he looks a bit vague. Hey, Rem. No. It's because he can't hear anything that we're saying. We have to clap if we want to get his attention. You thirsty little dog. I'm a bit of a snifferholic when it comes to flowers. These ones smell like honey. My poor sons both suffer tremendously from hay fever, so it freaks them out when I do that. And this one here is my absolute favourite. This is the broadleaf golden wattle, and I've painted this many times. I might put some pictures of my paintings up here. It's just glorious. And just to keep things real, my film assistant is holding it down for me. So this is also why Australia's colours in any sporting events are green and gold. It's because of these little fellas. There's your fun fact for the day.
I love the smell.
So this was meant to be a video about movement, which it is, but it's kind of digressed a little bit into a botanical lesson in Australian flora. One last thing I wanted to show you, which I'll just flip the camera around. So if you've ever been to like an expensive florist, particularly in places like Tokyo and London, you'll see these inexpensive bouquets, but they literally grow like weeds here.
Let's go. Up
You can do it.
Good dog. And go. Good dog. Good dog.
How was that?